completely across his body. That leaves the defender with an arm and a leg in the passing lane, and you're not open. The ball is on your side of the floor. Give up battling and face your defender. Many times the defender will also stop battling, thinking that you've given up. When he comes out of his aggressive defensive stance or simply loosens up and gives you space, then step through and post. A similar way to create space is to put your head down like you're resting on your shorts. This makes your defender relax and your head creates space for you to step through. Here's the main principle when cutting to get open. If the defender presents you with an arm bar, press it down and swim over. If the defender goes body to body with you, reverse pivot and roll into your seal. If you're away from the ball and cutting to it, you're going to have to battle through a good defender who may chest you or ride you with an arm bar off of the line of your cut and away from where you want to go. If you wait until you're halfway across the lane to begin your move, then it's going to be a tough battle. Set up your man by faking the cut behind him, then read and react with these moves. If the defender meets you with an arm bar, push it down and swim over with your other arm. As you swim, take a big step like the leg whip from earlier. Sit down and get your position. Remember to demand the ball with your hands. This time, the defender tries to stand you up or chest you off of the line of your cut. Plant your bottom leg between his and then use a reverse leg whip as you spin. Get the seal, show target hands, catch and score. You might need a combination. The defender counters your swim move by chesting you body to body. Plant your baseline foot, get your arms up where the official can see them, drop step the top foot while you reverse pivot and roll into a good posting position. These two moves are much like the two we used going east-west from block to block. Fake a cut to the weak side of the goal as if you're going for a lob or an alley-oop. If the defender moves to armbar, you push down the armbar and swim over with your other arm. Then shoot to the ball with target hands. If he tries to bump or chest your cut, use the same reverse leg whip from 2 sections earlier. Once you've got him pinned, call for the ball and finish. If you're being fronted and there's no chance for a lob, don't give up. Here's 4 possible moves that could win you the position. The defender will often pin you against the invisible wall of the 3-second violation in the lane. If you feel like he's off balance, quickly step back, release the pressure, and as he stumbles to regain balance, step around and post up. If his arms are up, duck under one of the arms, step over his leg, and raise up to a good posting position like you're doing a squat in the weight room. Your legs are stronger than his arms. Release, go away from the ball, and then come back and reposition. When you release, the defender should be in a help position. Return with the same V-cut moves that you learned when cutting across the lane. If he arm bars you, push it down and swim over. If he chests you, roll into a reverse pivot.
No one individual defender should be able to stop you from catching the ball. You should be able to have counter moves without the ball to get the ball.
When watching the pros on TV, many times the post player simply catches and dunks, and most spectators think, nice dunk, but he didn't do anything special. Sometimes that's the case, but usually it's not. A lot of good basketball went on before the pass was made. In other words, the post player's moves were made before he got the ball. Now, there are 4 reasons for developing this type of post game. Your defender is bigger and stronger than you. Hey, if you're bigger, stronger, better skilled than the guy guarding you, then anything works. But what if it's the other way around? Maybe you just don't have great moves with the ball. Some players seem best suited to simply catch and score. The opposing team has quick help. Perhaps they've adjusted their help defense in such a way that you're stifled from making a move after you get the ball. Or perhaps you're going against someone who plays you tough after you get the ball, but for whatever reason, he doesn't play you tough while the ball is moved around the perimeter. Whatever the case may be, you must do all of your work to score before you receive the ball. Your moves to get open are your moves to score. When you catch, you'll be in the lane. When you're in the lane, use these 4 principles to score. Don't dribble, just go up. Shoot closer to the goal than where you receive the ball. If you're going to draw contact when you shoot, the line of your shoulders and his shoulders should form the letter T. The width of your shoulders creates protection from getting your shot blocked. If there's going to be contact, go up with 2 hands. Your arm closest to the defender should absorb the blow, leaving your other hand to score. Done properly, your arms will form a V. By the way, you've just learned the basics of the baby hook. In transition, post players have to run almost the entire length of the floor, from rim to rim. If you really sprint the floor and win that 90-foot race, you'll be able to catch and score in the post before your opponent gets back on D. The secret is, as soon as you see your team secure the ball, explode through your first 3 steps. Your offensive move is these first 3 steps that gain you the advantage and allow you to score. If your opponent is someone that you can move, use the pressure principle to create space. From whichever side the defender is giving you pressure, move him in that direction. Your passer should then lead you into the space you created, away from your defender. As the pass is thrown, release, go after the pass in the open space, catch and score. If you're guarded low, take them lower. If you're guarded high, take them higher. If you're defended dead behind, then move them under the goal. If you're fronted, move them away from the goal. Create space to get the lob. If you put one arm in the middle of his back and one arm up, you're going to get called for pushing off. Instead, put both arms up as a signal for the passer to throw the ball. Put your elbow over his shoulder and lock him down. Hold the seal with your hips. Release when the ball is between your arms. Catch in a hop, keep the ball high, and score. If your defender is bigger, heavier, and stronger than you, and you can't move him, then you have to set a trap. Move the ball and just hold your ground for a split second. With the ball up top, battle for the duck in. While he's working on stopping your position, direct the ball to the wing. The attempted duck in was a trap. When the ball is moved to the wing, reverse pivot, hold your seal in position, catch and score. With the ball on the wing, battle for the mid-post position. Direct the ball up top and hold him out of the lane for a split second. Some players don't want to take their eyes off the ball when it's thrown from the wing to up top. I can appreciate that, but you'll have to step through your defender. You'll have to use your hands, step away to create some space, then step through, using your opposite arm to swim through or swim over, then regain your stance. You run the risk of getting tangled up and getting a foul called on you. Instead, a simple reverse pivot uses one step and no hands. If your back is to the baseline, your move to seal is even simpler, as Jermaine demonstrates. If he denies on the baseline side, it's even easier. Direct the ball up top where you can seal him outside the lane and receive the ball straight down the gut. With the ball above the wing and a teammate in the corner, direct the ball to the corner and hold your seal for an easy score. Even players who have great moves with the ball should still work to position this way. Think and position ahead of time and score before you get the ball. When you're overplayed on one side, your teammate should feed you on the other side away from the defense. If you drop step a foot into the lane while the ball is in the air, you're going to gain a half-step advantage on your defender. With 1 foot already in the lane, there's no need to dribble. All you have to do is score. Gaining this advantage is what Chapter 6 is all about. First, if the defender has both an arm and a foot in the passing lane, he might be able to lunge and deflect the pass. You're not open. You must win one of these two battles. And second, if you feel pressure from the defender on either shoulder, you don't want the ball thrown directly at your chest. So signal to the passer with the opposite hand that you want him to lead you away from the defender and towards the goal. Whether you drop step to the middle or to the baseline, take as long a step as possible. Since you're allowed one step, you might as well create as much space away from your defender as you can while getting as close to the goal as possible. Now, your heel should hit the ground first. Pivot slightly on your heel in order to point your toe in that direction. This allows you to step up and square to your target. If you don't point your foot to the target, you'll never get your hips around. Put your blade in the crook of his elbow. Keep a bend in your target arm. If the pass is a little wide, you can extend and get it. If you start with your arm extended and the pass is wide, you'll miss it or have to give up your position to catch it. Don't go after the ball with two hands. As soon as you release the arm bar, your defender will slip over top and deflect the pass.
You're releasing on the flight. As soon as the ball is thrown, you catch it and you're gone. Don't release, because when you release early, right, he's still able to keep coming and maybe even tip the ball.
Hold the arm bar until the ball touches the target hand, then trap it with both hands. If the pass is way outside your reach, then you have no choice but to let go with the arm bar and go after the pass. It's okay that you gave up the seal because the defender can't deflect this pass anyway. Ideally, catch in the power shot position and shoot off 2 feet. But if your drop step doesn't get you close enough to the goal, increase the length of your second step. You'll still jump off 2, and the long second step will get you a layup or a dunk. But be careful, because you lose the protection of your tee and open yourself to a shot blocker from the weak side. As soon as you drop step and catch the pass, explode to the goal in order to outquick your man. Use the glass or dunk it. If the defense stays between you and the goal, don't make a full pivot and square your body to the goal. That opens you up and lets him in to block your shot. Instead, only make a half pivot. Keep your shoulders at a T with the defender and shoot the baby hook. If the defense recovers to block the shot, use your up and under. Let's break it down. Shot fake above your head, but keep your knees bent. Look at the goal and give the universal "I'm going to shoot" look on your face. Go ear to ear with the ball. There won't be any space to rip it through like there is on the perimeter. Step back through in the direction you came and pass your hips by his. You might be in a wide base when you shot fake, but you must get skinny in order to pass your hips and step through. Jump like a jet to get to the goal, or go off one leg for the hook. If you don't, he can recover and block your shot. Catch and hook, especially if you jump well off 1 foot. It's a quick way to score that doesn't give your man or help defense much time to react. Here are some pointers on technique. Point your toe across the lane. It opens up your hips and your shoulders. You should have the line of your shoulders pointing to the basket. The shooting arm stays slightly bent while it lifts the ball. Let your wrist and fingers provide the touch. When the ball leaves your fingers, your arm should be in a V. Your follow-through should land you square to the goal. Here's another place where a cheat step can help you gain more ground. As the ball is in the air, move your pivot up under you with a little hop. you'll catch the ball just in time to take an even longer drop step. You've caught the ball with both feet outside the lane and your back is to the basket. Your defender is behind you. Now, in order to score, you have to make a move with the ball. You need to be able to attack in either direction. So stay well above the block. If even one of your feet is below the block, then a drop step or front pivot puts you at a bad angle or even behind the backboard. So, catching a hop in order to pivot on either foot. Then chin the ball with elbows out for protection, look over your top shoulder, and read the situation. Is a teammate open for a shot? Is there space for a move, or is there traffic in the middle? And here's the key. You've got to read all three things as you catch the ball, even before your feet hit the ground. Not only must post players be able to use either foot to pivot, but also to reverse pivot and front pivot. Is the defender leaning on one side, trying to move you away from the basket? Is he so strong and heavy that he's making you take a step to regain your balance? If so, your defender is vulnerable to the spin and go. Don't fight his momentum, just pivot and spin on the foot opposite the pressure. Just spin and go. This should leave your defender off balance without a chance to recover. The defender is directly behind you with an arm bar in your back. He's not committing to either side. He's just waiting on you to make your move. You must get him to commit to one side or the other so that you can drop step into the lane. Show him a little of the ball over one shoulder. Even lean in that direction so that he moves to block you. When he does, drop step the other foot, pound the ball with both hands, and hop to a 2-foot power stance. This is the step, pound, hop. It's a balanced and powerful move that keeps your body between the ball and the defender. Here's how it's done. Drop step and make it a big step. Heel first, toe second, and point in the direction you want to go. With back straight and head up, pound the ball once between your legs with both hands. The ball and your foot hit the ground at the same time. Shift your weight over the drop step leg so that you can jump off that same foot. Sweep your back leg around and cover as much ground as possible with your jump. Land balanced on 2 feet with the ball firmly under your chin. The step, pound, hop is also used in chapters 8 and 9. Now, let's see how you score with the step, pound, hop. If you beat him baseline, shoot the power shot. If he recovers and blocks the baseline, pivot to the middle, baby hook. Or use the standard hook if you like going off of one leg. If you beat him to the middle, shoot the power shot. If he's recovered, shoot the baby hook. If he recovers to block your shot, up and under. If he recovers and blocks the middle, then reverse pivot to the power shot. In fact, some players make the move to the middle slow on purpose to let the defense think they've recovered. They might even knock on that door twice. Then they drop step to the prime scoring position and use the power shot. When going to the middle, the step and hook is also available. You simply catch the ball from your dribble and step and hook. This will fit your game well if you're more of a finesse player. Or perhaps you're long and tall. Here's a chance to take advantage of your height and length and make it to the other side of the goal. Perhaps your drop step covers enough ground and you need simply to go up and score. Take out the 2-foot hop and you have a drop step, pound, and a quick pivot to score. Watch as the basic moves are the same as the previous step, pound, hop section. Drop step to the baseline side. Drop step middle, jump shot. Drop step middle, jump hook. Drop step middle, up and under. Middle is blocked, counter to the baseline. If you're a good shooter, the front pivot jump shot might develop into your go-to move. First, you must create some space. Show the ball away from where you want to pivot. Even lean and look over that shoulder. You have to sell the defender that you're going that way. Now, you have to pivot all the way around in the other direction, get square, and get off your shot. This pivot must be quicker than your defender. Here's how you make it work. When you fake, lean in that direction. This takes the weight off of your pivot foot and allows you to raise your toe and pivot on your heel. As soon as you show the ball to the defender over your shoulder, swing your elbows and rip the ball around to your shot pocket. This helps your pivot square up to be even quicker. Your shot pocket in the post is above your head with elbow bent. Now, don't change your form from your regular jump shot just because you're close to the goal. Finish with both arms up, and if you feel like you have too much power, slow your hands down at the top of your shot. If you're pivoting to the middle, your target is the rim. But if you're pivoting for the bank shot, aim at the corner.